Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Jennifer Southwaker here with a new video for you. Welcome to part 3 of What If Deku Was Iron Fist. I just wanted to greet you guys by saying, sit back and relax. You're in for a treat. So we begin. Momo took Izuku by the arm and brought him inside the home to begin their tour. Izuku was stunned by how much their house had changed, but it made sense since it had been 10 years. As Momo helped familiarize Izuku with his new home, she tried to spark a conversation so they could reconnect. Eager to share his life with his old friend, Izuku excitedly went on and on about his past in Kunlun for minutes on end. But she wasn't very interested because she didn't believe a single word that came out of his mouth. "But I'm telling you the truth, I swear!" "So, you're telling me that you spent the last 10 years in a city hidden in the mountains that's almost completely inaccessible, and there you learned to manipulate something called chi energy, became a master martial artist under the tutelage of someone called the Thunderer, and fought an ancient dragon to gain magic glowing fists?" "Yes, exactly." She moved closer to him with a concerned look in her eyes and placed a hand on his forehead. "Izuku, do you need Daddy to take you to the hospital? I don't think you're well." "No, I'm fine, and it's all true." "Oh, I know," the boy said as a light bulb went off in his head. "Maybe this will convince you," he said as he unbuttoned his shirt, which caused Momo to blush as she nervously spoke. What on earth do you think you're doing?" You want proof of my life, right? What does that have to do with taking your clothes off?" "When I fought that dragon, it left a massive burn on my chest. So that's proof, right?" Momo tried to compose herself and examined the mark, but it didn't quite convince her. "I don't know, it seems like an ordinary tattoo to me." At that moment, the butler walked in on Momo and a shirtless Izuku. My, you two certainly rekindled your relationship quickly," he said, teasing the teens. "But perhaps doing this in your private quarters would be more appropriate." "Wait, no, it's not like that," Momo nervously responded. Momo's father then walked in with a more agitated reaction. "Ahem. Care to explain yourselves?" "Well, Momo doesn't believe me about Kunlun, so I decided to show her the mark the dragon left on me, but she still doesn't believe me and thinks it's just a tattoo." "Oh, I see. But couldn't you have just shown her your iron fists instead of, well, taking your clothes off?" "I did. She thinks it's a quirk." "Well, what else would it be if it's not a quirk?" "Actually, he's quirkless. We had him tested." The girl was perplexed by her father's words. "But if he's quirkless, then whatever he told you is true." "Really?" "Yes. We actually checked his tattoo, too. You see, ink tattoos look a certain way under a microscope, but his looked completely different from anything we expected." "See?" "And we also had a lie detector test, which he passed with flying colors. Not an ounce of deception." "Wow, so you're really as skilled as you said." "Yep. Do you mind showing me some of your moves? We can go to my training area outside." "But before you go, please allow me and your father to take Mr. Midoriya to his room. It will only take a moment." "Okay then, I'll go set up." They took Izuku to his room and he was astonished by what he saw. The room was massive and even more luxurious than the hotel room they let him stay in earlier. "I'm deeply sorry about this, Izuku. Unfortunately, our guest room is all we could spare on such short notice. I hope you're all right with this." "No, this is perfect. Thank you so much," Izuku said, bowing frantically. After organizing what little he had, he was directed to Momo's outdoor training area. The place was littered with all sorts of weapons and training equipment that Izuku had never seen before. "This is all yours?" "Yeah." "So cool. Can you use all of it?" "Actually, no. There are still a few of these I haven't learned how to use yet. Anyway, enough about me. I want to see what you can do." Izuku nodded and stood in front of a sparring dummy before getting into a fighting stance, preparing to throw a punch. Is this thing durable?" "Of course it is. Don't worry about it." Izuku shrugged, clenched his fist, and threw a powerful strike that snapped the dummy's head off like a twig and sent it flying several meters away. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for breaking your stuff. Guess I should have held back more." Momo's jaw dropped in disbelief before she spoke. "Don't worry about it. Wow, your iron fist is incredible. I actually didn't use it." "So that was just pure strength? I know you said you trained hard, but how's that even possible?" "Well, My master was a pretty intense guy. An idea popped into Momo's mind, and she turned to Izuku with excitement in her eyes and spoke. Do you remember what we wanted to do as kids? Yeah, we wanted to be heroes. Speaking of which, how's your quirk so far? Oh, I've gotten pretty good control over it, but I've still got a long way to go, she said as she produced a small ball from her hand. I'm actually planning on applying to hero school. Wow, that's great, Momo. Thanks. Do you want to join me at a hero school? Yeah, with your power, you could be a great hero. You might even have a shot at getting into UA college. So, how about it? Well, this is pretty sudden, but sure. Let's be heroes together. Izuku eagerly said as he lunged at her with a hug, picking her up off the ground. Oops, sorry. I got a little excited, he said, letting go of her. Don't worry about it. This video is sponsored by Grubhub. With more than 3,000 store locations, Grubhub offers on-demand convenience delivery across the country. You can search for restaurants by cuisine or location, quickly order food from the menu, and track your order from the app, all hassle-free and without any extra charges. Grubhub charges less than other food delivery services, allowing you to get the best value for your money. With Grubhub Plus, you can get free delivery prices for 10 meals every month on orders of $12 or more for only $9.99 a month. That's not all. You can use the code AFF25 to save 25% off your first mobile order of $15 or more. This code is for a limited time, so again, get 25% off your first mobile order of $15 or more now if you use code AFF25. Check the link in the description. Thank you again to Grubhub for sponsoring this video. Izuku ran after the dummy's head and brought it back, apologizing once more for breaking it. But Momo assured him they had spares. However, she did ask him to hold back a little more in the future. So now that you've seen what I can do, how about I see your moves? I want to see how awesome you've become. All right, then. Momo prepared a battle stance as she attacked the dummy with all she had, eager to show Izuku all the progress she'd made over the years. However, he didn't seem impressed. Before Izuku could properly process his words, he spoke bluntly. Your movements were sluggish, your technique is unrefined, and your strikes lack power. Momo lowered her head in shame, disappointed by his words, causing Izuku to apologize swiftly. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'd gotten used to harsh feedback over the years, so I didn't realize what I'd said. I didn't mean it. It's fine. A little criticism never hurt anyone. How about you help me improve? Sure, no problem. The two spent the next few hours helping Momo, and she had made some rather promising progress after the short session, particularly when it came to her striking power, which she especially struggled with. Izuku also helped her identify her weak points and suggested ways to make her training more effective. Momo had fun with him and found his instructions very helpful, so she wanted to make this a more regular thing. Mind if I ask you a favor? Sure, what do you want? Could you continue to train with me? I'm still so far off from being a great hero, but with your help, I could definitely reach that level. Izuku was surprised by her words. Are you serious? Of course I'll help you. The butler interrupted their training to call them for lunch and to ask whether their house tour was complete. Momo and Izuku were shocked because they had completely forgotten that that was what they were doing in the first place. Once they were finished eating, Momo completed Izuku's house tour and they began to make plans for what day they would go shopping for Izuku's things. With that out of the way, they went to tell Mr. Yaoyorozu about Izuku's intent to apply to UA College alongside Momo. He was somewhat surprised that he had just returned to Japan and was already aiming for college. However, as much as he wanted to be supportive about this, there were some things Izuku needed to consider first. Seeing as how you don't have any school records over the past 10 years, and from what I've gathered from your stories, have no formal education, getting into college will be quite a hassle, not to mention one as tough as UA. The two teens were discouraged at the possibility of their childhood dream wasting away before their eyes. But Mr. Yaoyorozu offered some positivity. Don't look so down. I said it would be a hassle, not impossible. I can find some tutors to help you catch up on schoolwork. I'm assuming you want to go at the same time as Momo, correct? Yes, sir. All right. That means you'll only have 4 years to catch up on 10 years worth of school, on top of the next 4 years of school. So you'd study hard. Don't get too stressed about it, though. We'll support you with tutors and any other resources you need, but we have to ensure that this is something you're willing to work for. I'll do whatever it takes, sir. Oh, I can help you if you need any assistance with schoolwork, to pay you back for training me. You're going to train her? He sure is. His skills are out of this world. If he helps me get stronger, I'll definitely get into UA. And if I can help him, we can get in together. Great to see you two working together. I'll support you with all I can. Good luck, the man said, dismissing the teens. The two left feeling optimistic over the prospect of getting into college together. 4 years passed since that day. Izuku and Momo were 18 years old, and it was time to secure their places at UA. They each had worked tirelessly to achieve their respective goals. Momo trained diligently and became much more confident in her abilities as a fighter, thanks to training with Izuku. Izuku was able to catch up on all his schoolwork and effectively prepared for the UA entrance exam. Unfortunately, however, he wouldn't be able to take it with Momo. Thanks to her exceptional performance in a prestigious high school and her mastery over her quirk, she had the opportunity to apply for the recommendation program, which allowed students to take a separate test a week before the other students. It was pretty disheartening not being able to take the entrance exam test alongside Momo, and on top of that, he still felt unsure of his ability to pass the written portion of the exam. Despite Momo, her parents, and his tutors constantly encouraging him, he couldn't shake the nervous feeling in his stomach. Doing the exam beside Momo would have helped him feel much calmer. Although she couldn't go with him, she saw him off to UA with a good luck charm. It was a necklace with a small Matryoshka doll that looked identical to her first creation. She had made it with her quirk. Izuku felt really bad because he didn't give her anything when she went for her exam a week prior, but she assured him it was all right and just told him to do his best. On the way to the exam, Izuku requested that he be taken to his parents' graves to talk to them for a bit before going. At the graveyard, Izuku walked to their graves and, along the path, saw something that always stirred him up inside. The tombstone of his parents' murderer, Wendell Rand. The man had also died the day his parents died due to hypothermia and was buried in a similar area. Despite constantly feeling like he wanted to use his iron fist to desecrate the site for revenge, he took a deep breath and continued to walk towards what he was there for. He knelt before the gravestones and began to tell his parents all about how excited he was. Isn't it awesome? Yumomo's already in, and now it's just up to me to pass the exam today. Once I do, we'll be that much closer to being heroes together. I really wish you guys could be here to see it, or even Uncle UT. But I promise to make you proud today, he said with determination as he laid flowers on the ground and returned to the car. He finally arrived at UA and gazed at the stunning school. Wow, this place is massive! He shook his head to get himself refocused and stepped forward with confidence. Come on, Izuku, you're going to pass this, and you and Yumomo will be the world's best heroes! Unfortunately, his confidence all but vanished once he tripped and fell to the ground. Or I can just die here. Oddly, his body stopped mid-fall, and a girl spoke up and helped him to his feet. Sorry for using my quirk on you, but it's bad luck if you fall, right? Oh, I guess so. Thank you. Out of my way, someone abruptly said, startling Izuku as he jumped out of the way. Oh, sorry. Are you nervous? Ochaka asked, concerned. Well, a little. I'm not really sure if I'll pass. I heard UA is kind of tough. That makes sense. I'm nervous too. UA does have the lowest acceptance rate in the country after all. She didn't think through her words and caused Izuku to start shivering in fear while he stuttered. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Well, see ya. Ochako covered her mouth. Oh, geez, I shouldn't have said that. She placed her hands on Izuku's shoulders while he walked away and tried to cheer him up. I'm sure you can do this. You just gotta do your best. Oh, yeah, I guess. Come on, say it with me. I'm going to do my best. Izuku's face slowly turned to a smile as he softly said, I'm going to do my best. Ochako's warm smile became slightly terrifying as her grip on his shoulders slowly became uncomfortably tight. I want you to say it with more confidence. Go on now. Izuku fearfully responded, I'm going to do my best. Great, she said, finally letting go of his shoulders and relieving him. Well, time to get going. Good luck. Thanks. You too. Izuku waved with a nervous smile to the girl as he thought, I can't tell if she was nice or scary, but she was right. I've got to be confident. He reached into his shirt and took hold of the necklace Yamomo made for him, and his nerves calmed whilst he took a deep breath. I can do this! Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. First, I'd like to thank our patrons, BD Flames, Ethan Davis, Terry Chills, Shifter Meals, Adams Agile, Zill, XAV Beat 03, and Joshua Phelps. Second, I'd also like to thank all of our YouTube members, Toy Acosta, Rob the King, Sith Lord 906, CF2364, and Knuckles, Remu Tempest, Angel Juarez, Donald C. Stewart, Bryant Greer, and Demonized Fox. Third, if you're in the mood for some great storytelling, We the Celestials has you covered. Our We the Celestials My Hero Academia and Naruto What If channels retell the story of their namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Fourth, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in today's excellent content production. Their details can be found in the description below. Last, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, I'd like to extend an invitation to join the team. The only caveat is that we only accept members from 16 years old to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interests by joining the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching and have a great day.